Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K25, my team right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start with number 10, which is going to be Joel Embiid. The thing about Embiid at the center position is realistically, he's only what, 7 foot, so he doesn't have elite size. 7'5" wingspan is nice. He does have good speed, a nice jump shot, shoots the ball really well in general. Defensively, he's very solid. He's a good rebounder. His stats and badges across the board are extremely good. We've just reached the point in the year where pretty much every single card is extremely good, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of how it goes. I still think he's a very, very good option, and I just think at the end of the day, size is really what it comes down to when it comes to putting him this low. Same thing with a guy like Hakeem at number 9. Really good card, does a lot of things well, a little bit undersized, 90 speed, doesn't have like quite as high speed as some of the other guys on this list. Still, again, like I said, really, really solid, very good, does a lot of things extremely well. But in my opinion, I don't have a problem with him only being number 9. He and Hakeem are very similar cards. They pretty much do the same thing on the court, or he and Embiid, I should say. Embiid, I would say, is a little bit less of has a little bit less ability to dribble and do some stuff off the dribble. But besides that, they're very, very, very similar cards, and I think it's totally reasonable to have them back to back. That's pretty much where I have them on every list. Number 8 is going to be Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. I still think Wemby is extremely good. Not Opal Wemby. Hold on. Opal Wemby's coming later on the list. I did separate Opal Wemby and Pink Diamond Wemby because I think there is a pretty noticeable difference. Number 1 in badges, and number 2 just in terms of speed and things of that nature. Speed, agility, standing dunks, things like that that are noticeable. Even a little bit of a 3-point boost, like, doesn't matter a ton, but it means something. And like as a whole, I think that there is a noticeable difference between the Opal and the Pink Diamond. Now the Pink Diamond is still really good, but you need him with a bunch of extra badges. Like if you have Hoff Deadeye, Hoff Limitless, Hoff Rebound Chaser, Hoff Brick Wall, Hoff Immovable, etc., and those key badges on him, then he's a really good card. But he needs those key badges added. Otherwise, I don't think he's like quite as good as a lot of the other bigs in this list. So that's why I have him lower on the list. I still think Pink Diamond Wemby can absolutely be your starting center and stuff like that. Like, still a really good card, but you want a badged out one. As a base card, I don't think this is wrong at all, to be totally honest. All right, number 7 is going to be Chet Holmgren. Chet's value is that he's 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, and his player build looks bigger than that. He is very, very big. That is what feels, honestly, the reason that I have him over in Hakeem and Embiid, despite the fact that I have Hakeem and Embiid over Chet at power forward. The center position, that size means more against a lot of the guys you're going to match up against, and I really think that Chet is a great card who provides the defensive ability to compete with the Wembys and guys like that of the world on the interior while still being a good shooter, still athletic, still 90 speed, still a great versatile defender. He is really, really good, especially at center. That's his best position in my opinion, and I think he deserves to be number 7. Number 6 is David Robinson. D-Rob is a better Hakeem and Embiid, is what he is. He's got 6+ speed than those guys. He's an inch taller, a slightly bigger player build, just a little bit better all the way around than those guys are, in my opinion. Extremely elite finisher, of course. I like the jumper, especially on very quick. Russell Westbrook's dribble style actually gives him decent playmaking ability, which is something you really can't say about the majority of bigs as well. He's a really, really good card, and I really have no issues at all with the argument that he is the best, if you wanted to say the best dark matter big, besides obviously one guy, you could. For me, I think he's the second best besides one guy who's going to be the number 1 card on the list. I think y'all can guess who that is. But the best dark matter big besides the one who we're going to get to, the second best dark matter big overall, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I do think he is. His 7'2" frame, 7'5" wingspan is really, really valuable. He looks taller than 7'2", honestly, on the court, which is kind of important, I think, at the center position. His jumper's not that bad on very quick. 79 3-ball really isn't horrible. I feel pretty confident shooting the ball with him. He's a really, really good card, and I think he's a little bit under, well, I don't know. I feel like his price is pretty good, all things considered. He's the best dark matter big in my team in terms of the versatility he provides. I think he's great, and I honestly feel pretty confident shooting the ball with him as well. I'm a big fan of what Kareem provides in the court, defensively, speed-wise, all that type of stuff. It's obviously incredible. He is a great, great card. Number 3. And I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going KP. Obviously not his Pink Diamond, his 100 overall. 2K does not let, or 2KDB does not let us put 100 overall cards on these ranking lists for some reasons. I don't know why. I hope that's something that they fix at some point, but they still haven't. So as of right now, we're kind of limited in terms of what we can do. And so for that reason, got to put the Pink Diamond as a placeholder. But either way, look, this card is 99 everything. basically, and every single important off, and his jump around very quick is really good. He's only 7'2". I don't think his movement is that great. He does not get as glitchy animations as the other 100 overall. I still think he's a great card. I do not want to take that away from him at all. I'm a big fan of what he provides. But I think number 4 is actually a pretty fair spot for him. I don't know. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but size, maybe that's the main differentiating factor. I don't know. It's the same reason I put Shaq in number 3, honestly, because like he's only 7'1" at center, and I don't know, man. Maybe if you wanted to argue these are the top 2 centers, I wouldn't be mad at you. In my personal opinion, I think I lean with the bigger guys, though, to be honest. And like, as great as Shaq is the best power forward in the game and the best big man in the game overall, and it's not close. Just at the center position, I think there's a couple guys that I would low-key prefer to have more. His jumper's amazing, his movement is amazing, his defense is amazing, he's insanely fast, he's an incredible rebounder, but he's not as tall. And maybe that's not quite as important as I make it sometimes. But for me, I have Shaq at 3, and I have Opal Wemby at 2. Opal Wemby, to me, despite being, what, 14 speed-ish slower than Shaq and KP 13, 14 speed, like, despite that, I think he is, with, first of all, the jump shot uncontestability matters a lot. Number 2, he's just a significantly more complete overall, both stat and badge-wise, than his Pink Diamond, not to mention with badges added, he can have every single badge in the game, which is something that his Pink Diamond cannot. His Pink Diamond is still going to be missing 9 badges. So, a lot more completeness to this card, a lot better as a base card, but still has that elite level jump shot. And honestly, I mean, if you wanted to argue the Pink Diamond a little higher, like I said, I really wouldn't be mad at you, especially a badged version. But yes, I have Opal Wemby at number 2. I think he's that good. And then at number 1, the best big man in my team, I don't think it's that big of a debate at center. He's not the best big, he's the best center, is Zach Edey. 7'5" with a 7'10" wingspan, 86 speed, 88 3 ball. He is just awesome. I mean, a jumper is really good. Speed-wise, he's basically Wemby, but bigger. Is pretty much how I describe him. Jump shot's a little harder to contest, but his badges are a little more complete in terms of Hoffs anyway, I'd say. He doesn't actually get every single badge. He's gonna be missing like 3 badges once he's fully badged, but realistically, that means he's gonna be missing like many marksman, which doesn't matter. And then, oh no, he's not even, because you can add 8 badges. The only badges he's gonna be missing is many marksman, which doesn't matter at all, because nobody's tall enough to make that trigger anyway. I think he's the best big in the game. I think his jumper's amazing. I think he's just a better Wemby, basically. He's not quite as uncontestable, but everything else, I'd take him slightly in terms of the athleticism, the speed, the finishing, the defense, all that type of stuff. Would just take him a little bit. So I give him the edge. I have him as the number 1 best big man in my team. And y'all can let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think of my list. Is it blasphemy that I don't have the 100 overalls at the top of this list? I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.